2025, stop scrolling. This video is exactly what you need. Because let's be honest, there's a lot of trendy diets and bad nutrition advice floating around out there. And most of it is just plain wrong. So today, we're going to walk through the grocery store together. And I'll show you exactly what you should be eating for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Real foods that are actually good for you. I'll explain why they're healthy, how to pick the most nutrient-dense versions, and even how to get the best bang for your buck. And I'll also expose a few healthy foods that experts keep recommending that really aren't good for you at all. Ready? Let's get started. Now, I know you've heard it 1,000 times. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. But the problem is, we've been starting our mornings all wrong for decades. Most of the foods marketed as healthy breakfast options are actually the reason people feel tired, hungry, and cranky by mid-morning. Think about cereal boxes that say high in vitamins or whole grain. Flip them over, and you'll find sugar as one of the first ingredients. That's not breakfast. That's dessert in disguise. Let us talk about one of the biggest myths that changed how millions of people eat, the butter versus margarine debate. For years, they told us butter was bad, that it clogs arteries and causes heart problems. But here's the truth. Butter, especially grass-fed butter, is full of healthy fats, vitamins A, D, and K2, all of which are essential for your brain and heart. Margarine, on the other hand, is a chemical product. It's made with processed seed oils like soybean, palm, and canola, which are heated, bleached, and deodorized. Those oils oxidize easily, which means they create inflammation in your body, the real enemy of good health. So when you spread butter on your toast, you're not being unhealthy. You're giving your body what it actually recognizes as real food. And speaking of breakfast staples, let's talk about eggs. Remember when eggs were blamed for high cholesterol? Yeah, that was another myth. Research over the last decade shows that eating eggs doesn't raise your blood cholesterol. In fact, eggs are one of the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet, but not all eggs are the same. Those cheap cartons labeled cage-free or free-range Don-T always mean what they sound like. Most of those chickens still live indoors with no access to sunlight. The eggs you want are pasture-raised. They come from chickens that actually live outside, peck at bugs, and eat grass. The difference is easy to see. The yolk is a deep orange color, not pale yellow. And that yolk is packed with omega-3 antioxidants and vitamins that support your skin, your eyes, and even your hormones. Now, let's move to something most of us can't live without: coffee. Coffee itself isn't the problem. In fact, it's loaded with antioxidants and can boost your metabolism and focus. The problem is what we add to it. All those flavored creamers, sugar syrups, and fancy cafe drinks turn it into liquid candy. And if you're using plastic pods every morning, that boiling water runs through plastic and aluminum before it hits your cup. Not exactly a healthy start. The simplest fix: brew your own coffee from ground beans. And if you like it creamy, add real milk, half and half, or unsweetened almond milk. If you're a tea person, here's something most people dan: tea. No many tea bags are made with bleached paper or plastic mesh that can leach microplastics into your drink. Switch to loose-leaf tea and use a stainless steel infuser. It's cleaner, it tastes better, and you'll notice the difference right away. The point is, healthy eating doesn't start with expensive supplements or complicated diets. It starts with awareness, knowing what's real and what's just marketing. Breakfast should energize you, not drain you. When you fill your mornings with real butter, pasture-raised eggs, fresh coffee or tea, and real food instead of processed junk, you set your body up for a day full of energy and focus. And that's what eating healthy in 2025 is really about. It's not about being perfect or following every new food rule that pops up on TikTok. It's about getting back to basics: real, natural, unprocessed food. So before you rush out the door tomorrow morning, think about what's really on your plate, because small choices add up. You don't need a detox. You just need to start your day with something real. In the next part, we'll talk about what happens after breakfast, the hidden traps in our so-called healthy lunches, and the sneaky ingredients that keep us feeling tired and hungry all day long. Trust me, some of these might surprise you. Stay tuned and make sure to subscribe to GeoSaga Health, because we're just getting started, uncovering the real truth about eating healthy in 2025. So, you fixed your breakfast: real butter, real eggs, real coffee. You're feeling good, more focused, and you're starting to see how small changes can make a big difference. But here's where things usually start to fall apart. Lunchtime, because that S, when all those hidden traps of the healthy food industry really start to show up. We've been told that lunch should be light, convenient, and quick. That sounds good in theory, but what it really means is that we've replaced real food with processed versions that look healthy on the surface. Take bread, for example. Walk into any grocery store and the shelves are full of loaves that say whole grain, multigrain, or heart healthy. But flip that label over and you see the truth. Most of them are made with enriched flour, which means all the real nutrients have been stripped away and then a few synthetic vitamins are added back in so it looks healthy. That's not real food. That's a science experiment in a bag. The thing is, real bread shouldn't need a paragraph of ingredients. It should be simple. Whole grains, water, salt, yeast. That's it. The problem is, modern bread has become a product, not a food. It's soft because of added oils, it lasts for weeks because of preservatives, and it tastes sweet because of sugar or corn syrup. If you're serious about eating healthy in 2025, start by cleaning up your bread. Go for sprouted or seeded loaves with at least 4 grams of fiber per slice. And if you can, find a local bakery that makes fresh sourdough. That's real bread. Now, let's talk about something that feels healthy but often isn't: smoothies and juices. I know they sound great, they're colorful, they look natural, and they have fruits and vegetables. But here's the truth. Most store-bought smoothies and juices are loaded with sugar. Even the ones that say no added sugar can still pack over 30 grams of natural sugar per serving, which hits your bloodstream just like a soda would. The secret to a real smoothie is balance. Some greens, a healthy fat like peanut butter or avocado, and a small amount of fruit for flavor. You want your smoothie to keep you full, not spike your energy for 20 minutes and crash you an hour later. And don't even get me started on detox juices. Your body already has a detox system. It's called your liver. No bottled juice can replace that. What helps your liver function better is real food, fiber, water, and good fats. So next time you feel tempted by a $10 detox drink, save your money and grab an apple instead. Now, a lot of people try to eat lighter by having salads for lunch. That's great, unless your salad is drowning in bottled dressing. Most of those store-bought dressings are made with the same seed oils that cause inflammation and energy crashes. Even the olive oil vinaigrettes often use 90% canola oil and just a touch of olive oil for flavor. The best way to fix this is simple. Make your own dressing. Mix olive oil, lemon juice, and a pinch of herbs, and you've got something 10 times healthier and fresher. Let's move on to protein, because that's one area people often overlook. Lunch should keep you going through the day, not leave you hungry 2 hours later. The good news is, you don't need to spend a lot to get quality protein. Canned tuna, wild salmon pouches, boiled eggs, or even chickpeas are all great affordable options. Tuna gives you about 18 grams of protein per serving and supports your hormones by balancing ghrelin, your hunger hormone. Wild salmon adds omega-3 south that boost your brain function and reduce inflammation. And if you're vegetarian, a mix of beans and lentils can give you all the amino acids your body needs to stay strong. Here's something else you might not realize: those pre-packed healthy lunch bowls and low-fat wraps. You see, in cafes often aren't as clean as they look. They're full of preservatives, flavor enhancers, and refined oils. That's why you can eat them and still feel bloated or tired afterward. The trick is to eat real food you recognize, not ingredients that sound like they came from a chemistry lab. And then there's coffee again. Around 3 p.m., millions of people grab another cup because their energy crashes. But that crash usually comes from your lunch, not from needing caffeine. If your lunch was made of refined carbs, your blood sugar spiked and then dropped. That drop makes you tired, cranky, and craving something sweet or caffeinated. If you eat a lunch with real protein, good fats, and fiber, you'll notice you don't even want that second coffee. But if you do want something warm in the afternoon, go for green tea or black coffee with a teaspoon of raw honey. You'll get a smoother energy lift and avoid the sugar roller coaster. At the end of the day, lunch is about refueling, not just filling your stomach. Your body doesn't care about calories, it cares about quality. You could eat 400 calories of fast food or 400 calories of whole grains, eggs, and vegetables, and your body will respond completely differently. The first one makes you tired and inflamed. The second one gives you energy and focus. So, if you've ever felt like eating healthy is too complicated, it's really not. You don't need to follow strict rules or buy expensive products. You just need to unlearn what marketing taught you and start paying attention to ingredients again. Eat food that was grown, not manufactured. And in the next part, we're going to talk about the final and maybe the most important meal of the day, dinner. Because what you eat at night doesn't just affect your sleep. It affects your hormones, your metabolism, and how your body rebuilds itself overnight. We've talked about breakfast, we've fixed lunch, and now it's time for the part that most people completely misunderstand: dinner. Because dinner isn't just another meal. It's the one that decides how well you sleep. Think about it. Dinner is the last thing your body has to work with before you rest for 7 or 8 hours. If you overload it with junk, your body spends the whole night trying to digest instead of recover. And that's why so many people wake up feeling tired even after a full night's sleep. It's not the sleep that's the problem. It's what they ate before it. The biggest myth in 2025 is that eating late is bad. That's not entirely true. It's not when you eat that matters most. It's what you eat. If your dinner is light, balanced, and made with real ingredients, your body will handle it beautifully, even if it's at 9 p.m. But if it's processed, greasy, or full of sugar, it doesn't matter. If you eat it at 6, it's still going to make you sluggish. Now, let's talk about what a real, modern, healthy dinner looks like. Forget about those pre-made frozen fit meals or instant noodles labeled as high protein. Real dinner is built around 3 things: lean protein, good fats, and fiber. For example, grilled chicken or fish, olive oil, and vegetables. Simple, satisfying, and nutrient-dense. If you're vegetarian, lentils with quinoa or chickpeas with roasted veggies are just as powerful. See, your body needs protein at night to rebuild muscles, balance hormones, and repair tissues. Without it, you wake up groggy and hungry because your body didn't have enough to work with. Fats help stabilize your blood sugar through the night. That's why adding a drizzle of olive oil or a handful of nuts can actually help you sleep better. And fiber from vegetables or whole grains keeps your digestion smooth and prevents that heavy, bloated feeling that ruins sleep. But here's something most people ignore. Dinner should calm your body, not stimulate it. That means avoiding foods that trigger inflammation or stress your system. Fried food, heavy sauces, and sugar-loaded desserts might taste good, but they push your blood sugar sky high and crash it later. That crash wakes you up at 3 a.m., wondering why you can't sleep deeply. If you want better sleep, keep your dinner clean and stop eating at least an hour before bed. Give your body time to digest, then unwind. Herbal teas like chamomile or mint can help your body relax and shift into recovery mode naturally. And let's talk about one thing that changed a lot over the last few years: how we eat dinner. These days, dinner is often rushed, eaten while scrolling, or skipped entirely. We've forgotten what it means to actually enjoy food, eating slowly, chewing properly, and being present while you eat. Those simple habits can transform your digestion and your mindset. Because when you eat with awareness, your body releases the right enzymes. Your digestion improves, and you naturally eat less but feel more satisfied. The truth is, real health isn't just about the nutrients. It's about the rhythm of your day. When you give your body real food at the right pace, it starts to trust you again. You stop craving junk, you stop feeling tired, and your natural energy comes back. That's when you realize you didn't need a new diet. You just needed to reconnect with real food. In 2025, the world is obsessed with shortcuts, powders, supplements, detox plans, calorie-counting apps. But you don't need any of that to be healthy. You need simple, natural habits. Eat real food, move your body, sleep well, and stay consistent. Your body already knows what to do if you stop confusing it. If you want to take it to the next level, here's a secret that's not about food at all. It's about light. Try to dim your lights after dinner. Avoid bright screens for a bit, and let your body feel that it's nighttime. When you do this, your melatonin, the sleep hormone, kicks in naturally. You'll fall asleep faster, sleep deeper, and wake up more refreshed. That's the kind of healthy habit that no supplement can match. So, when people ask, what's the truth about eating healthy in 2025? The answer is simple. It's not about new trends or complicated diets. It's about going back to what's real. Real food, real rest, real balance. If you've followed this 3-part series, you already know how powerful these small changes can be. You don't need to be perfect, just consistent. Choose whole foods, stay away from fake health marketing, and let your body guide you. Because the real secret to health isn't found in labels or calories or diet fads. It's found in how you feel. And when you fuel your body the right way, you'll feel alive again. This is GeoSaga Health, reminding you, health isn't complicated. It's honest. And it starts with one simple choice: eat real, live real.